Part 1, B section, short questions, 1 to 5. Mention methods of political geography analysis. Answer. Methods of analysis in political geography include 1. Cartographic analysis, using maps to study political boundaries and territories. 2. Statistical methods, analyzing population, resources, and political data. 3. Case studies, examining specific regions or countries. 4. Field surveys, observing political and geographical phenomena directly. Explanation. These methods help in understanding the relationships between geography and politics by combining data and real-world observations. 3. What are the methods of political geography practice? Answer. Key methods include 1. Regional analysis, studying political behavior in specific regions. 2. Comparative approach, comparing political systems of different countries. 3. Geopolitical analysis, understanding the impact of geography on international relations. Explanation. These methods are applied in real-world scenarios to address political and geographical challenges like border conflicts or resource management. 4. What does political ecology mean? Answer. Political ecology studies how environmental issues are shaped by political decisions. Example, conflicts over natural resources like water or forests. Key focus? Sustainability and environmental justice. Explanation. It links the environment and politics, emphasizing the need for sustainable solutions to resource management and environmental challenges. 5. What does biological theory mean? Answer. Biological theory in political geography explains the role of population and natural resources in shaping politics. Population density, how crowded areas affect governance. Natural resources, impact of resources like water and minerals on political power. Explanation. It helps understand how natural factors influence political boundaries and power struggles. 6. What are the perspectives of political geography survey? Answer. Perspectives include 1. Historical perspective, analyzing how geography has influenced past political events. 2. Economic perspective, linking trade routes and resources to political power. 3. Environmental perspective, studying the impact of environmental factors on politics. Explanation. These perspectives help in creating a comprehensive understanding of the relationship between geography and politics. Part 2, C section, essay questions, 7-11. 7. Discuss methods of political geography analysis. Answer. Methods include 1. Cartographic methods, using maps to analyze borders, disputes, and resources. 2. Quantitative techniques, statistical tools to analyze data like population density. 3. Qualitative methods, interviews, case studies, and historical research to understand human behavior. Field surveys, direct observation and collection of geographical data. Explanation. These methods combine theoretical and practical approaches to analyze the dynamic relationship between politics and geography. 8. Briefly describe the practice of political geography. Answer. Political geography practice involves 1. Analyzing political boundaries, understanding how borders are created and disputed. 2. Geopolitical strategy, evaluating the role of geography in global power dynamics. 3. Resource management, studying how resources like oil and water affect international relations. Explanation. Practicing political geography requires applying theories to real-world issues like resource disputes, migrations, and geopolitical conflicts. 9. Mention the methods of political geography practice and discuss biological theories. Answer. Methods of practice. 1. Regional and comparative analysis. 2. Study of geopolitical relationships. 3. Resource-based studies. Biological theories. 1. Focus on population size and migration. 2. Resource distribution shaping political strategies. Explanation. Biological theories help link geography to the natural needs of populations, while practical methods address real-life scenarios. 10. What are the methods of political geography practice? Explain functional exercises. Answer. Methods. 1. Regional studies. 2. Geopolitical case studies. 3. Resource and economic analysis. Functional exercises. 1. Identifying political regions. 2. Mapping resource-rich areas. 3. Evaluating the impact of natural disasters on governance. Explanation. Functional exercises are practical steps that political geographers take to apply theories and methods to real-world situations. 11. Briefly describe the approach of political geography. Answer. The approach includes 1. Descriptive, explaining political systems and boundaries. 2. Analytical, understanding why and how geographical features influence politics. 3. Predictive, using data to forecast political changes based on geography. Explanation. This comprehensive approach combines description, analysis, and prediction to understand political geography effectively. Part 3. C section. Essay questions. 15. 12. Mention the perspectives of political geography and discuss the power analysis perspective. Answer. 10 perspectives of political geography. 1. Historical. 2. Economic. 3. Environmental. 4. Geopolitical. Power analysis perspective. 1. Focuses on the distribution of power among nations. 2. Studies military, economic, and cultural power. 3. Analyzes the role of geography in maintaining or shifting global power. Explanation. Power analysis is crucial in understanding the dynamics of political control, wars, and alliances. 13. Mention the perspectives of political geography and describe the functional perspective. Answer. Perspectives, same as mentioned above. Functional perspective. 1. Studies the functions of political boundaries and regions. 2. Focuses on how geography supports governance, e.g. transportation networks. 3. Examines how geographical features like rivers serve as boundaries or resources. Explanation. The functional perspective explains the practical roles geography plays in political administration and organization. 14. What is meant by composite view? Outline the index of political geography according to the composite view. Answer. Composite view combines multiple perspectives, historical, economic, geopolitical, for a comprehensive understanding. Index of political geography. 1. Physical geography, natural resources, climate, and terrain. 2. Political systems, boundaries and governance. 3. Economic factors, trade routes and wealth distribution. Explanation. The composite view provides a holistic understanding by integrating all factors influencing political geography. Let me know if you. Here's an organized and simplified explanation of the contributions of the figures listed in the 3 chapters, along with significant events or ideas they contributed to political geography and geopolitics. Chapter 1. Political Geography. Intro. Description. Size. 1. Immanuel Kant, 1724-1804. Contribution. Divided geography into physical, moral, political, and commercial branches. Argued that geography and history are complementary. Geography studies space, and history studies time. Significance. Considered a foundational thinker in linking human activity with geographic space. 2. M.B. Jones, 1954. Contribution. Focused on defining regions and the functional relationships within political boundaries. Significance. Highlighted the importance of political units in determining the development of nations. Chapter 2. Geopolitics and Organic State. 1. Aristotle, 384 to 322 BC. Contribution. Classified states and their functioning based on geography, climate, and population size. Significance. Early thinker linking geography to state efficiency and governance. 2. Friedrich Ratzel, 1844 to 1904. Contribution. Developed the organic theory of the state, likening states to living organisms requiring space, Lebensraum. Significance. Laid the foundation for modern geopolitics and environmental determinism. 3. Carl Ritter, 1779 to 1859. Contribution. Emphasized geography's influence on human history and civilization development. Significance. Pioneer of human geography, focusing on the interaction between nature and culture. 4. Charles Darwin, 1809 to 1882. Contribution. Inspired ideas of survival of the fittest, influencing Ratzel's organic state theory. Significance. Provided a biological framework applied to the competition between nations. 5. Herbert Spencer, 1820 to 1903. Contribution. Expanded Darwin's theory to social and political contexts, linking population to territorial expansion. Significance. Advocated for the struggle for space in geopolitics. 6. Rudolf Kellen, 1864 to 1922. Contribution: coined the term geopolitics and expanded Ratzel's organic theory. Significance: his ideas influenced German geopolitical strategies in the 20th century. 7. Griffith Taylor, 1880 to 1963. Contribution: developed the environmental determinism theory, emphasizing that geography limits human development. Significance: critiqued overly deterministic geopolitics. 8. Alfred Thayer Mahan, 1840 to 1914. Contribution: focused on naval power and its role in geopolitics. Significance: his ideas influenced U.S. and British naval strategies. 9. Halford J. Mackinder, 1861 to 1947. Contribution: proposed the Heartland theory, stating that control of Eastern Europe, the Heartland, leads to world dominance. Significance: influenced Cold War geopolitics. 10. Nicholas Spikeman, 1893 to 1943. Contribution: developed the Rimland theory, countering Mackinder by emphasizing the importance of coastal regions. Significance: played a key role in shaping U.S. containment policy during the Cold War. 11. Isaiah Bowman, 1878 to 1950. Contribution: focused on geography's role in economic development and international politics. Significance: advised U.S. President Woodrow Wilson on territorial negotiations after World War I. 12. Stephen B. Jones, 1954. Contribution: introduced the concept of functional political regions, emphasizing the interaction between territories. Significance: helped modernize political geography into a dynamic discipline. Chapter 3. Political Geography, Analysis, Study, Approaches. 1. Aristotle, 384 to 322 BC. Contribution: introduced the idea of geographical determinism in state functioning, focusing on climate and resources. 2. Plato, 428 to 348 BC. Contribution: advocated for the ideal state based on geographical organization. 3. Thomas Hobbes, 1588 to 1679. Contribution: emphasized the role of the state in controlling geographic space to ensure security. 4. Halford Mackinder, 1904. Contribution: introduced the Heartland theory to analyze geopolitics. 5. Richard Hartshorne, 1899 to 1992. Contribution: defined political geography as the study of regions based on functional and integrative properties. 6. Gottman, 1952. Contribution: developed the divide model, explaining the division of political units. 7. Here's an organized and simplified explanation of the contributions of the figures listed in the 3 chapters, along with significant events or ideas they contributed to political geography and geopolitics. Chapter 1. Political Geography, Intro, Description, Size. 1. Immanuel Kant, 1724-1804. Contribution: divided geography into physical, moral, political, and commercial branches. Argued that geography and history are complementary. Geography studies space, and history studies time. Significance: considered a foundational thinker in linking human activity with geographic space. 2. M.B. Jones, 1954. Contribution: focused on defining regions and the functional Chapter 1. Political Geography. Introduction, Description, and Size. Political geography is a subfield of geography that examines the spatial dimensions of political phenomena and the ways in which geographic factors influence political processes. Its primary focus lies in the interaction between geographical spaces and political entities, such as nations, states, and regions. Immanuel Kant was one of the earliest thinkers to lay the foundation for political geography. He emphasized the importance of studying human activities in spatial contexts and linked geography to history by arguing that geography examines space, while history analyzes time. Political geography emerged as a distinct field in the 19th century, expanding beyond descriptive analyses of political territories to include theoretical frameworks. The foundational scope of political geography includes analyzing the influence of geography on political behavior, state formation, boundaries, and territorial disputes. Political geography also encompasses the study of power dynamics within spatial contexts, analyzing how political ideologies and policies shape the landscape, and conversely, how physical geography determines the power and structure of political entities. Stephen B. Jones, for instance, introduced the concept of functional regions, emphasizing the dynamic relationship between human activities and political territories. His work modernized the field, shifting the focus toward functional and interactive frameworks rather than static territorial divisions. Similarly, Isaiah Bowman contributed by emphasizing the role of geography in economic and political decision-making, especially during territorial negotiations post-World War I. The size and scope of political geography extend to various scales, from local to global. It investigates micro-level interactions, such as city planning and governance, and macro-level phenomena, such as international relations and global power structures. Key figures in the development of the discipline include M.B. Jones, who emphasized the systematic study of regions, and Richard Hartshorne, who defined political geography as the integrative study of regions based on functional and spatial characteristics. These scholars emphasize that political geography is not just the study of physical spaces, but also the relationships and power structures that shape and are shaped by those spaces. Furthermore, Friedrich Ratzel's organic theory of the state highlighted the concept of nations as living organisms that grow and require space, a perspective that became central to the discipline's evolution. In summary, the introduction and development of political geography have been shaped by an array of theoretical contributions and empirical studies. It serves as a bridge between geography and political science, analyzing the spatial implications of political activity and providing insights into the structure and function of political systems. With its roots in classical philosophy and its modern expansion through scholars like Kant, Jones, and Hartshorne, political geography has evolved into a comprehensive and interdisciplinary field, playing a critical role in understanding the complexities of human political behavior in relation to geographic space. Namaste. Chapter 2. Geopolitics and the Organic State. Geopolitics is a specialized branch of political geography that studies the influence of geography on politics and international relations. It examines how physical landscapes, resources, and spatial distributions of power shape the strategies and ambitions of states. The concept of geopolitics has been significantly influenced by ancient and modern thinkers alike, beginning with Aristotle, 384 to 322 BCE, who laid early groundwork by linking geography with governance, and Friedrich Ratzel, who introduced the organic state theory. This theory compared states to living organisms that grow, expand, and need resources and territory to thrive. Ratzel's ideas became a cornerstone of geopolitical thought, emphasizing the dynamic and expansionist nature of states in relation to geographical resources. The organic state theory gained traction during the 19th and 20th centuries as geopolitics evolved into a formal discipline. Thinkers like Carl Ritter emphasize the environmental determinism approach, suggesting that geography dictates the economic and political behavior of states. Influenced by Charles Darwin's ideas on evolution, scholars such as Herbert Spencer and Rudolf Kellen applied biological analogies to politics, where survival and territorial expansion became central themes. Kellen, in fact, coined the term geopolitics and further developed Ratzel's ideas, emphasizing the interdependence of geographical space and state power. This school of thought became particularly influential in shaping the strategies of rising powers during the late 19th and early 20th centuries. During the 20th century, geopolitical theories evolved further with contributions from various scholars. Alfred Thayer Mahan, for instance, introduced the importance of naval power in controlling global trade routes and securing a nation's dominance. His work greatly influenced the maritime strategies of powers like the United States and Britain. Similarly, Halford Mackinder, in his Heartland Theory, 1904, argued that the control of Eurasia's central heartland could determine global supremacy. This idea significantly influenced the strategic calculations of world powers during both World Wars and the Cold War. On the other hand, Nicholas Spykman introduced the Rimland Theory, countering Mackinder by emphasizing the coastal regions as the key to global power. These theories, though contested, remain fundamental to the study of geopolitics. Modern contributions to geopolitics expanded its focus to include global power dynamics and economic systems. Figures such as Karl Haushofer and Klaus Meinert extended geopolitical theories into the realm of strategy and ideology. Haushofer's ideas on Lebensraum, living space, influenced Nazi Germany's expansionist policies, though his association with the regime has since been criticized. In contrast, scholars like Isaiah Bowman and Norman J. G. Pounds advocated for more constructive and economic interpretations of geopolitics, emphasizing the role of geography in resource distribution, trade, and development. In conclusion, geopolitics as a field has evolved through the contributions of various scholars, blending geography, politics, and strategy to explain state behavior and international relations. From Aristotle's early observations to Mackinder's theories of land power and Spykman's focus on maritime dominance, the discipline has provided valuable insights into the interaction between geography and politics. The organic state theory and its extensions remain a pivotal part of geopolitical analysis, offering a framework to understand the territorial ambitions and strategies of nations throughout history and in the contemporary world. Nafster, Chapter 3, Political Geography, Analysis, Study, and Approaches. The analysis and study of political geography involve examining the interplay between geographical spaces and political systems, using various methodologies and theoretical approaches. Political geography seeks to understand how geographic factors influence political behavior, decision-making, and governance at multiple scales. This chapter focuses on the evolution of political geography through analytical methods, key figures, and diverse approaches that have enriched the field. Historically, Aristotle and Plato were among the first thinkers to consider the spatial implications of governance and statecraft. Aristotle studied the size and organization of states, arguing that their physical geography significantly impacted their success or failure. Plato, on the other hand, explored the concept of an ideal state where geography determined the layout and functionality of the polis, city-state. During the medieval period, John of Salisbury and Marsilius of Padua expanded these ideas, linking geography to political philosophy, particularly in discussions of sovereignty and governance. Thomas Hobbes further added to this dialogue by emphasizing the territorial basis of the social contract, suggesting that the state derives its power from controlling land and resources. The analytical approaches in modern political geography began to take shape in the 19th and 20th centuries. Influenced by Darwin's theory of evolution, Scholars such as Herbert Spencer and Johann Caspar Bluntschli developed theories comparing political systems to biological organisms, where growth, adaptation, and survival were essential. This biological perspective gave rise to geopolitical theories that focused on territorial expansion and environmental determinism. Thinkers like A.T. Mahan and Halford Mackinder built upon this foundation to introduce strategic theories, such as Mahan's emphasis on naval power and Mackinder's Heartland theory, which analyzed the spatial distribution of global power. These theories offered analytical tools for understanding geopolitical conflicts and state behavior. In the 20th century, the focus shifted towards functional and systematic approaches. Richard Hartshorne, for example, emphasized the functional integration of regions, introducing methodologies to analyze the relationship between political boundaries and cultural or economic activities. Similarly, Stephen B. Jones contributed by advocating for the analysis of functional regions, areas defined by dynamic interactions rather than static borders. Gottman introduced the divide model, emphasizing how geographical factors lead to divisions that shape political identities and governance structures. These analytical models allowed political geography to address both micro-level issues like urban planning and macro-level concerns such as international relations. Modern approaches in political geography incorporate interdisciplinary methods, combining geography with political science, economics, and sociology. Richard Muir, for example, analyzed political landscapes by examining how human activities and ideologies shape spatial patterns of governance. S.B. Cohen introduced geopolitical codes that analyze the strategies states use to secure their interests in a globalized world. Additionally, Nicholas Spykman's Rimland theory and Gottman's geopolitical models highlighted the importance of studying coastal regions and functional areas in contemporary geopolitics. These approaches emphasize the relevance of political geography in addressing global challenges like territorial disputes, resource management, and transnational conflicts. In conclusion, the analysis and study of political geography have evolved through contributions from classical thinkers like Aristotle and Plato to modern theorists like Mahan, Mackinder, and Hartshorne. By integrating diverse analytical methods and interdisciplinary approaches, political geography offers powerful tools to understand the spatial dimensions of power and governance. From strategic models to functional studies, the field continues to provide insights into the interaction between geography and politics in a rapidly changing world.